Numeric here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This video will be a quick guide over the ESO Dragonite PvE healer. It's not a normal healer, but super good in my opinion, especially for running random content or content with randoms, I should say. It's got a lot of healing potential. It's got a few buffs, and you got a few skills you can switch out. Anyways, we'll get into the video. If you do like the video, I do appreciate a subscribe, a like, even comment. I posted a video on a Templar healer, and one of the dudes was talking to me, saying like he liked a Warden better, and switched over to a Warden healer. It's phenomenal. So if you have any comments, suggestions, or anything, or want to see something different that I can try out, I don't really do like meta stuff. I like to play stuff that's enjoyable, not just the same content every single patch. Even though it changes, it's still almost the same. The meta is the way builds play and everything. I like to have fun. Anyways, we'll get into the video. We'll go to our character sheet. We're running almost 35k max magicka, almost 21k max health. Recoveries at 2200. If you switch foods to the Witchmother's Potent Brew, because you need more health because you're dying a lot, you still get 33k max magicka and 24k health, and still 2000 recovery. And you're running 2300, almost 2400 spell damage, 17% crit on this bar. Back bar, you're running 30k. So yeah, it's pretty good. Resistances are okay. We're running, like I said, Witchmother's Potent Brew or the Ghastly Eyeball. That's the one I prefer. I don't seem to struggle with dying or anything, so that's what I prefer, just for the extra magicka recovery and the extra max magicka. We're running the Healing Done, the Ritual. It's healing done by 9% with how everything's set up on here. Anyways, let's get into the skills real quick. We're running Illustrious Healing. It's a big AoE heal. It does a huge area, so it heals pretty good, 1400 per tick, without critting. Then you got Radiating Regeneration. You can go with the shorter cast one. It's or the shorter duration one. I think the shorter one is 5 seconds, but it ticks for like twice as much. So just depends on your play style. I just prefer this heal over time. We got plenty of healing. We have other abilities like Combat Prayer. So it forms a cone of healing in front of you, so it's really good to spam. If you're behind your DPS, it usually hits all your DPS and your tank if they're staying semi-grouped up. It also gives 5% extra damage done with Minor Resolve, or Minor Berserk. It also gives Minor Resolve, which gives almost 3000 resistances for 10 seconds. And then you have Energy Orb. This is just one of my favorite skills in general. I run a lot of different builds, like my tanks and my healers both. Just because it's super beneficial for the team, especially when you're running with random groups. You have to have this period, but it's needed 100%. A way to give your teammates resources if you're running with randoms, because a lot of people they're just trying out new builds and such. So if they synergize on it, they get almost 4k max, or 4k magicka or stamina, depending on whichever is bigger, their pool. And then they get a 7000 heal, which is super nice. Then you come over here to Obsidian Shard. This is our biggest crap heal. It'll heal up to 2 allies or you for 10,000. So it launches a Molten Rock Fist thing, and when it hits the enemy, then it heals. So it's not an instant burst like the Templars heal, but it's super good. I really like it. We run Magma Shell. Mainly, this is good for like hard content where, you know, the boss is going to be dealing a ton of damage real quick, or you're in a trial and there's like a big pool and a bunch of people are going to take damage. You pop this and it gives everyone a gigantic shield. Or if like your tank dies and you grab aggro, you can pop this and you're only going to take 3% damage each hit. That's the max you can take, is 3%. So you can take a huge hit and it's only going to do 3% to you. Back bar is Blockade of Frost. This is super nice. It opens up a area of frost damage that can chill the enemy and immobilize them for up to 4 seconds. But you put a Crusher enchant on this and you'll lower the resistance of all the enemies in the group, or in the cone. So you'll cast this and all of the enemies will take more damage, and it also gives a small shield for everyone because of the passive. Let's see, this right here, Reduce cost of blocking. Uh, right here. So, you can do heavy attacks that give a shield with it, and then this also grants a damage shield that immobilizes enemies. So that's super beneficial. Then you have Cinder Storm. This ability is great. It's a AoE heal that just heals for a ton. Super beneficial. Slows enemies. Got a bunch of good things. Ellie Drain. This is our flex spot. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. A lot of times, if you're running with Magicka groups, they run out of Magickas. Then they're over there doing heavy attacks to get their Magicka back. But with this, if they're light weaving, they'll keep their Magicka up pretty good. It'll help out a ton, really. But you can switch stuff for Noxious Breath, because that'll do a AoE major breach, so it'll lower a big group of enemies. You can put Fiery Grip on if you need to group up. If your tank doesn't have chains, it's kind of helpful. Igneous Weapon, that's super beneficial, gives extra damage. I think it's about it. You can run the where the heck is it? Undaunted. The Altar, that gives everything life steal, so anytime your teammates hit them, they'll get health back, and it also gives them a big massive burst heal. Fragmented Shield, this is like one of my favorite abilities in the whole game. It gives a itty bitty shield, not really beneficial, but it increases your healing for 8 seconds by 16%. It gives you major mending just by doing that. So instead of having to keep up heavy attacks, which, I mean, you do anyway, it just makes that super easy and gives everyone a tiny shield. Then you have Cauterize. You can use this if you have one teammate just taking damage. It's just a little quick burst heal. It's nice, helps out, or you can just let it go and it'll take every 5 seconds it'll hit a teammate, and it also when it's slotted gives you extra spell and weapon critical rating, so it'll boost you up to about 30%. Warhorn, I need to get this leveled up. I haven't leveled it up on here from switching from Xbox to here. I just need to. It increases max Magicka and stamina by 10% for 28 seconds for everyone in your group. So that's super good. You use that right before everyone does an ulti drop. Our gear is Spell Power Cure. Super good. Gives Major Courage for 5 seconds, which increases their weapon spell damage by 430. So all you're doing is overhealing. So with all these heal over times, you know, you got that, and this, you're going to have 100% uptime on this. You'd be doing something wrong if you didn't. Next is Twilight Remedy. We run this for the critical damage for a team, but we also run it because I run a bunch of random stuff. So there's a lot of people who don't know their builds, getting content too hard again. I keep saying that, but it's the facts. And this just gives a good burst heal when they synergize with your stuff, and also gives them extra damage. Then we have Magma Incarnates. You can read what it does right here, but you also can use Night Flame, which does another AoE heal. You can use Dark Shades 1, Monster Set Sentinel of whatever. It gives stamina back if you're running a stamina heavy class. You can also run Symphony of Blade, super good. It's good for resource sustain for your team. There's plenty of options. Just try out what you like, see what works best for you. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm always willing to change my builds up, try new things. I really like to try new things. Anyways, that's this build. It's super good. You can clear any vet content trials. You can do trials just fine with it. Super good, super useful. I run the Breton just to make everything. The Breton has phenomenal abilities. Reduce magic cost of your abilities by 7%, so everything costs 7% less. Increase magic recovery, increase spell resistance, and your max magic about 2k. So it's super good. Another thing you could run is Argonian. And then after those two, really any other class that you want is fine. I mean, these are a little beneficial, but you don't need them at all. Your sustain on a Dragon Knight, anytime you use the ultimate, you get resources back from it. So sustain doesn't really matter. So you can, if you want to play an Imperial, play an Imperial. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, comment below. Let me know. Let me know what I can do better. Drop a subscribe, a like, and we'll catch you in the next one.